Hello, welcome to the show. I am so happy you are here today. We are going to talk about something very powerful, something that can change your English forever. It is a secret, but it is a simple secret. The secret is this. You only need 15 minutes a day, that is all, just 15 minutes. Many students think they need to study for hours and hours. They think they need to feel tired. They think learning English must be difficult, but this is not true. The real key, the real secret, is consistency. Doing a little bit every single day is much more powerful than studying for 5 hours only on a Saturday. Imagine a small drop of water, just one drop. It falls onto a large stone. One drop does nothing. But imagine that drop of water falling on the same spot every single day for many years. What happens? That small drop of water will create a hole in the big, hard stone. Your English learning is just like that drop of water. Your 15 minutes each day is that drop. At first you might not see a big change, but every day you are making a small, important impact. Think about your day. Where can you find 15 minutes? Morning, while you drink your coffee, during your lunch break at work, in the evening, just before you go to sleep. So, I want you to make a promise to yourself today. Just for this week, try it. Find 15 minutes every single day to practice English. Let's talk about your brain. It's an incredibly powerful organ that learns by building and strengthening connections. Think of it like creating a path in a forest. The first time is tough, but your brain loves repetition. Each time you practice, you're walking that same path, making it clearer and easier to travel. This is how your brain truly learns, through consistent, repeated exposure that turns a faint trail into a well-worn highway for new information, making recall effortless. Imagine your brain as a garden. Every time you practice English, you plant a seed. At first, you might not see much growth, but with water and sunlight, your daily practice, those seeds begin to sprout. Over time, your garden becomes lush and full. This is how learning works. Small, regular actions create big results. Scientists call this process neuroplasticity. It means your brain can change and adapt, no matter your age. When you repeat something like practicing English, your brain builds stronger connections. These connections are like bridges, making it easier and faster to remember words and ideas. So what happens when you try to cram for hours in one day? You're flooding your brain with too much information, exceeding its cognitive load. It gets overwhelmed, and most of that knowledge is lost. Now contrast that with practicing for just 15 minutes every day. This is the power of micro-learning. You're giving your brain a small, digestible piece of information that doesn't trigger stress. Think of your memory like a backpack. If you stuff it full all at once, it becomes heavy and hard to carry. But if you add just a little each day, you can carry it easily and remember more. This is why short daily practice is so effective for language learning. Another helpful technique is spaced repetition. This means reviewing information at different times, not all at once. For example, you might learn new words today, review them tomorrow, and again in a few days. Each time you review, your memory gets stronger. You can focus intensely, then go about your day. And here's where the real magic happens. While you sleep, your brain gets to work. It sorts through the day's experiences and moves that new English information from your crowded short-term memory into the vast library of your long-term memory. This process, called memory consolidation, is absolutely crucial for lasting learning. Sleep is your secret weapon. When you get enough rest, your brain organizes and stores what you learned during the day. So, if you practice English and then sleep well, you will remember more and feel more confident the next day. If you ever feel stuck, don't worry. It's normal to forget sometimes. The key is to keep going. Every time you review or practice, you make your memory stronger. Mistakes are part of learning. They show your brain is working. This consistency is best achieved by building a solid habit using a simple 3-step process, the habit loop. First, you need a cue. This is the trigger that tells your brain it's time to start. It could be finishing your morning coffee or an alarm you set for the same time each day. Link it to something you already do. Second, the routine, your focused 15 minutes of English practice. The third step is the reward. After you finish your practice, give yourself something positive. Maybe it's a small treat, a favorite song, or just a moment to feel proud. This reward tells your brain, great job, let's do it again tomorrow. Try to keep your practice at the same time each day. This makes it easier for your brain to remember and expect it. Over time, your daily English practice will feel automatic, just like brushing your teeth. Finally, and this is the most crucial part, the reward. Your brain needs immediate positive reinforcement. It could be listening to your favorite song or just taking a moment to feel proud. This small feeling of success releases dopamine, a chemical that says, that felt good, let's do it again. This powerful reward closes the habit loop, training your brain to crave the routine until it becomes truly automatic. Remember, you are not alone. Millions of people around the world are learning English step by step, just like you. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. Every day you practice, you are building a stronger, smarter brain. So, keep going. Your effort matters. With each 15-minute session, you are not just learning English, you are training your brain for success in everything you do. I believe in you. You can do this. So, what should you do during your 15 minutes? Let's start with the most important yet often overlooked skill, listening. Think of it as the bedrock of your language house. Listening is the foundation of all language learning. Before you could speak your own language as a baby, what did you do? You listened. You spent months absorbing the sounds, the rhythm, and the melody of the language around you. This passive absorption is a powerful first step, building a mental map of the language before you even try to speak. Try this. Each day, choose a short podcast or a video in English. Listen once without stopping. Don't worry if you don't understand everything. Then listen again and write down any words or phrases you recognize. This simple exercise will help you notice new sounds and patterns. You can also listen while you do other things, like cooking, walking, or commuting. The more you hear English, the more natural it will feel. Even background listening helps your brain get used to the language. For your 15 minutes of listening, find material that is both easy and interesting. This could be a podcast for learners or a children's story. The key is the 90% rule. You should understand about 90% of it. This is your comprehension comfort zone. The goal isn't to struggle, but to absorb. Just relax and let the language wash over you. Don't try to translate every word. Instead, focus on the overall meaning and tone. You'll be amazed at how much more you understand with each pass. Next, let's talk about speaking. One great exercise is to record yourself reading a short paragraph out loud. Then, listen to your recording and notice how you sound. Don't worry about mistakes. Just focus on getting comfortable with your voice in English. If you have a friend or family member who is also learning, try a short conversation together. You can even talk to yourself, describe what you see around you, or talk about your plans for the day. The more you speak, the more confident you will become. Once listening feels like a comfortable habit, you can layer on speaking. A powerful first step is a technique called shadowing. You choose a short audio clip from a native speaker who speaks clearly. Then, you play the audio and try to speak at the exact same time, mimicking their pronunciation, rhythm, and intonation as closely as possible. It's about copying the music of the language. Shadowing is a fantastic way to improve your accent and rhythm. Start with just 1 or 2 sentences. Pause, repeat, and try again. Over time, you'll notice your pronunciation and confidence growing. At first, this will feel strange. That's completely normal. The goal isn't perfection, it's practice. You're training the muscles in your mouth to produce new sounds. Do not worry about being perfect. Just keep trying. Doing this every day will transform your speaking. Your pronunciation will become much clearer, your speech will sound more natural, and you will build the confidence to eventually speak on your own. Another tip, use your phone's voice assistant in English. Ask it simple questions or give commands. This is a fun way to practice speaking and listening in real situations. Finally, let's not forget reading and writing. These skills also grow stronger with daily practice. Find books or articles for your level and try reading aloud. When you read aloud, you connect the visual words to the physical act of speaking, reinforcing pronunciation. For writing, start with a low-pressure journal. For your 15 minutes, just write about your day. What did you eat? Who did you talk to? Don't worry about perfect grammar. The goal is to get your thoughts out in the new language, letting them flow freely. This simple act builds fluency and makes writing less intimidating. For reading, try this exercise. Choose a short article or story. Read it once silently, then read it aloud. If you find a new word, write it down and look it up later. Over time, you'll build your vocabulary and reading confidence. For writing, keep a simple journal in English. Write a few sentences about your day, your feelings, or your plans. Don't worry about mistakes, just write. This habit will help you think in English and express yourself more easily. Remember, you don't have to do everything at once. Pick one skill to focus on each day: listening, speaking, reading, or writing. Rotate them through the week. This keeps your practice fresh and enjoyable. And most importantly, celebrate your progress. Every small step counts. Give yourself a high five, share your success with a friend, or reward yourself with something you enjoy. Learning English is a journey. Enjoy each moment along the way. I want to share a story with you, a story that I hope will resonate. It's about a student of mine, Kenji from Japan. When Kenji first started, he was incredibly shy. He was a classic example of someone who understood English on paper. He could ace grammar tests, but when it came to speaking, he hit a wall. It was like all the words he knew would vanish. He would open his mouth, but nothing would come out. He would just freeze, feeling the frustration of missed opportunities. Kenji told me he felt invisible in meetings and nervous even saying hello to colleagues. He worried that people would judge his accent or laugh at his mistakes. This fear made him avoid speaking, and he started to doubt himself. But deep down he wanted to connect with others and share his ideas. Then, he discovered a simple but powerful idea: the habit of practicing for just 15 minutes a day. This felt different. It wasn't about cramming for hours. It was about small, consistent steps. He started with simple listening every morning while making breakfast. It could be a short news podcast or a song with English lyrics. He wasn't trying to understand every word, just letting the sounds and rhythm of the language build his intuition. After a few months of this daily ritual, an opportunity arose at work when an American visitor came to his office. Kenji also began to write a few sentences in English each night about his day. Sometimes he recorded himself speaking, just to get used to his own voice. He made mistakes, but he kept going. He even joined a small online group to practice speaking with others once a week. These small actions, repeated every day, slowly built his confidence. After a few months, Kenji noticed something amazing. He could understand more of what he heard. He felt less nervous when he spoke. He even started to enjoy learning English. The daily practice was working, and he was proud of his progress. Instead of hiding, this time he took a deep breath, walked up, and simply said, "Hello." They had a real conversation. It wasn't perfect. He made mistakes, but he was understood. And more importantly, he understood them. For the first time, he felt the joy of connection, not the fear of judgment. He was so happy and proud. That small victory was the spark. Today, Kenji works in international sales. He uses English every day with genuine confidence. He's not that shy person anymore. He is shining. It all started with 15 minutes a day. Kenji's story is just one example. Around the world, I have seen many learners succeed with the same approach. For instance, Maria from Brazil struggled with listening. She felt lost in fast conversations, but she made a promise to listen to English podcasts while riding the bus every morning. At first, it was difficult, but she kept going. After a few weeks, she could catch more words and phrases. She started to feel more comfortable and even joined a conversation club at her local library. What do Kenji and Maria have in common? They didn't wait for the perfect moment. They didn't try to be perfect. They just started, and they kept going, even when it felt hard. They made English a part of their daily lives, and step by step they built real confidence. You can do this too. Here are some simple tips to help you start your journey. First, choose a time that works for you, maybe in the morning, during lunch, or before bed. Second, pick one skill to focus on each day: listening, speaking, reading, or writing. Third, keep it short and enjoyable. Use music, stories, or topics you love. And finally, celebrate every small win. Give yourself credit for every minute you practice. And Kenji's story is not an exception. You can be the next success story. The power to become a fluent, confident English speaker is already inside you. So, here is your challenge. Starting today, find your 15 minutes. Anchor it to something you already do. That's your cue. Maybe it's your morning coffee or your bus ride. Then, choose your simple routine. Start with listening. Find a podcast you enjoy. The key is to make it easy. Do it today, do it again tomorrow. Just focus on winning today. Your journey to English fluency begins with a single step. Start now. I believe in you. You can do this. Remember, every learner's path is unique. You might have good days and tough days. That's normal. What matters is that you keep moving forward. Each small effort adds up. You are not alone. Millions of people are learning English just like you. Be proud of every step you take. So take a deep breath and begin. Your English journey is waiting for you. With just 15 minutes a day, you can open new doors, make new friends, and discover your own voice. I believe in you. You are stronger and more capable than you think. Start today and soon you will see how far you can go. You can do this.